A few years ago, I became obsessed with optimizing everything. Perfect routines, perfect systems, and perfect habits. But the more I tried to optimize, the less progress I actually made. Because by the time I finished my morning routine, I didn't have any energy to pursue my actual goals. That's when I made a decision. I stopped trying to be perfect and focused on the 20% of actions that gave me 80% of the results. And since then, I've had the most success in my life. In this video, I will share with you the 7 micro habits that built me into the person that I am today. The habits are simple, high impact, and take less than 10 minutes to do. Let's go. Before we begin, here is why micro habits are so powerful. First of all, I used to believe, and I still have this belief sometimes till this day, that you need to do everything perfectly, and to get some results you need to put in a lot of effort. This is because I am a hardworking, ambitious person, probably like you. But I want to tell you that I've learned that this approach sometimes hurts me. Because I feel that when I don't do everything perfectly, all of a sudden my world is going to crumble and everything will go wrong and I will become a failure. But I don't think this is the right approach, because I don't have to be perfect in everything. I have to be really good in a few things, and then I can be okay in other things. And I've learned that sometimes if there is a season where, for example, my business requires a lot more attention, or my work requires a lot more time, I don't have to be so good in my fitness. I'm not going to sacrifice my fitness completely. But what I will do is I will use micro habits. So I will try to decide what is the key behavior, what are maybe 1 or 2 behaviors that actually give me most benefits in my fitness, and then I will focus on them. And this helped me, especially with harder seasons, to upkeep the other areas of my life when I have to focus on this one area that requires a lot of attention at the moment. Other ways that micro habits are powerful, even when you're just a beginner. First of all, usually whenever you are a beginner, people get stuck because they feel like they have to start playing the game on level 100. But actually, they have to start at level 1. And when you want to, for example, develop your fitness, you don't need to go into the gym and do 225 for 6 reps immediately on the bench press. What you can do is go for a 10-minute walk. But that 10-minute walk does 3 things. First of all, it makes you feel good because you are making progress. And there is no drag in this world like momentum and feeling that we are making progress. Second of all, it's much easier to fit into your schedule. So you can actually begin doing the thing today, not in 3 months, not in 6 months, not when life gets less busy, because it never does, but right now, today, because you always have at least 10 minutes or 5 minutes to do something. And number 3, which I think is the most powerful, it reinforces your identity. It teaches you and your brain about the type of person that you are. Because if you set a goal, let's go with fitness as the example, of working out every day for 60 minutes and you don't hit that goal, all of a sudden you feel bad about yourself because you had this expectation, but it wasn't met. But if your goal is 10 minutes of walking and you do it, you feel good about yourself. And if you feel like doing more, go ahead. But this system enables you to be a fit person, to build your fitness and your identity of a fit person every day. Same goes for business, same goes for English, same goes for happiness or relationships. Whatever you're trying to develop, micro habits are pure gold. And trust me, when you implement them, you will never go back. Now, I created this list thinking about a note I would give to my younger self to enable him to achieve his goals faster and also do it in a more satisfactory way. Let's start with number 1. 10 minutes of movement first thing in the morning. And this one is a total game changer. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, especially if you're somebody who's already into fitness. But believe me, that first 10-15 minutes after you wake up, if you can get what I love doing right now, it's summertime, it's sunny in the morning, the temperature is quite warm, is go outside for a 10-minute walk. I get fresh air, I don't take any headphones, I don't want any input, but if you want to listen to a podcast, go ahead. Don't scroll on your phone idly on the walk. This basically defeats the whole purpose. And what also happens is my glucose levels get regulated and I feel much more stable throughout the day. But glucose and fitness is one thing, but the biggest change I've noticed is my mentality, because I feel like I start by doing something for myself. And when I start the day by doing something for myself, all of a sudden I have so much more energy and power to invest in projects that I care about, to invest into people that I care about. And overall, I feel like I already did something for myself. I started the day right. And this has a carryover effect to all the activities that I do throughout the day. Operationally, you can also do it at home. So you can, if you want, you can start with some push-ups in the morning or squats if you're a girl. Or you can buy a jump rope, which is something that I use in the winter time, especially because it's quite cold and it's dark outside and I don't really feel like going out. So what I will do is I will wake up, I will smash 2 glasses of water, and of course brush my teeth, so on, visit the bathroom, and then I will do 10 or 15 minutes of jump roping, and it is a killer morning routine. That's basically the only element of an elaborate morning routine that I keep on a consistent basis. So wake up, get moving, and get a head start to your day. Now let's talk about habit number 2. And this habit is still with me and has been with me for, I think, 4 years. And this habit is gratitude journaling. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening. All that matters is that you do it. And gratitude journaling works like this. I would recommend you get a journal. Piece of papers usually get messy and you have them all over your house. So you get a journal or a notebook, something with paper inside that's binded together. And what you do is you write down the date. So for example, today is 10th of July. I would write 10th of July, 2025. And then you write, I am grateful for. What are you grateful for? And you name 3 things. Also, something I've learned along the way, usually whenever you're a high-achieving, ambitious person, the things you're grateful for will revolve around your work, around the projects you're getting done, and so on. And that's all great. But if you want to add in some variety so that you do not repeat the same things every day, I am grateful for my job, I am grateful for my house, I am grateful for this or that, there are categories that you can think about. So think about, first, a relationship that helped you in the past. Somebody that you met that enabled you to make progress in your career, or maybe they just were a great friend. Second, think about something great that happened yesterday, right? For example, I can say I'm grateful that I had this walk yesterday in the evening and I saw the beautiful colors in the sky. Third one, think about something that you can do today, an opportunity that you have today that you might not have in the future. For example, something I wrote in my journal actually in the morning. I am grateful for the opportunity to record these videos for you, because I don't know if I will have it forever, but today I have it and I'm really happy that I have it. Fourth one, think about something simple that's close to you. I can say, for example, I am really thankful for my chair that I can sit in and I can read books and drink coffee and do great things and work and develop myself and my business and my life. And gratitude is so powerful because it cultivates and enhances, improves your abundance mindset. When you are in lack, you feel like you're always chasing. And I've already discussed the difference between chasing and attracting things to yourself. But when you're in lack, oh, I don't have this thing. Oh my God, I wish I had this. You put out this negative energy into the world. But when you are grateful, you put out this positive energy. You don't need anything. You are happy with what you have. But because you're happy with what you have, that's how you can get more. And you attract more to yourself. You go outside, you smile, you look people in the eye. You're happy and satisfied with your current position, which enables you to have an even better position in the future. Because the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. The fit get fitter, the not fit get not fitter. And this is just a basic rule of the universe. So, gratitude journaling, habit number 2. Now, habit number 3. This one I learned from Dr. Andrew Huberman because when I told you the story about over-optimizing everything, I really was obsessed with trying to be the perfect biological human specimen, which wasn't an effective use of my time. But there were a few strategies or habits or things I learned from him that actually help me every day. One of these habits is something called physiological sigh. And it's a hard name, but this is a way of breathing. And I want to teach you how to breathe to reduce cortisol and to reduce anxiety and anger in the moment. So physiological sigh works like this. You take double inhale through your nose. I will show you this in a moment. And then you do a longer exhale through your mouth. And Dr. Andrew Huberman can explain it much better than I can, but I've actually applied this and used it, and it helped me a lot, and I think it will help you too. So look at me, look at what I'm doing, and then I will explain later. So first we're going double exhale through the nose. I will take one inhale, second inhale, and then I will release everything from my mouth. So you saw what I did. I inhaled air, then I did that short one. Andrew says that it fills out some sort of thing in your lung. I don't really know, but he can explain it much better than I can. And then you release it through your mouth. And when you release the air through your mouth, you actually lower your heart rate. So you actively decrease cortisol, you actively decrease anxiety, you actively, if you have like a panic attack, or you just need to calm down in the moment because something happened, that's how you can take control of your physiology. So you do a double inhale through the nose and a long exhale through your mouth. And this one, it lowers your cortisol, it makes you feel much better, it makes you feel calmer. And for me, I especially do this when I feel like I am before a really stressful phone conversation or before a really stressful important meeting. Sometimes I even do this in between sets at the gym. I'm really going hard and I want to calm my nervous system and my overall body down. And this way of breathing will also help you to fall asleep, because the physiological sigh is the double inhale through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth is the same breathing pattern that appears before we fall asleep. So remember, feeling stressed, physiological sigh, you'll feel better when you want to calm yourself down. Habit number 4 that I use till this day. All of them are used by me till this day. I do them every day. So habit number 4 is 30 seconds of mindfulness. And if you have more time, I recommend meditation. Meditation is the full way to do it. It's the one that I think most people should do. But if you can't meditate or you don't want to meditate, the way you can achieve a very similar effect is by doing something I called mindfulness snacks, or small moments where you can be mindful of what's happening. And we can actually do this together right now. So think about the words that I'm saying and do what I tell you. Now, think about your feet touching the ground, wherever you are right now. Okay, so you're probably sitting, or maybe you're laying down. If you're laying down, think about the air that's touching your feet. Okay, and now this was your 30 seconds of mindfulness or 20 seconds of mindfulness. So you put your attention in the present moment. You stop the train of thought, this will happen, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. You are right here, right now. And thinking about your feet touching the surface is one thing. You can also think about your legs touching the chair. You can also think about when I touch my table right now and I feel the texture of the table really. It helps me to take me out of really intense thinking and just put me right here, right now. I also love doing this with coffee. So if you are a coffee drinker like I am, just when you make your cup in the morning, smell the cup. And then, like, what are you thinking about? And you are not thinking about anything. You're only there smelling coffee. When you are tasting your coffee, just taste it. Don't think about the day ahead. Don't think about what you will say to this person. Don't think about what happened yesterday. Just be here now. Small mindfulness snacks, they will make you much more present throughout the day. And the only thing we have is the present moment, because the past is a story, it doesn't exist, and the future is all hypothetical. So the only thing you have is this minute, right now, that I am speaking to you. And it passes, it goes away. But what you can do is catch these little moments, and I believe that this will make you much more satisfied in the long term. Habit number 5. This will actually be 2 habits joined together in a combo, but they will be connected to something you do either way. So, habit number 5 is chewing your food properly and eating without distraction. So, that's what you see why they are joined together, why they go together. And as somebody who had a real issue with basically an overeating disorder, because I would eat to numb my emotions, because I felt negative emotions throughout the day. I felt stress, I felt dissatisfied, I felt depressed. My medication, my go-to addiction would be food, and I would eat myself into numbness. I would be so full that I wouldn't feel the emotions. Well, I would feel them a little bit, but I felt like that's what I had to do, because when I would have a carb crash, all of a sudden the emotions that I felt weren't so strong, because I wasn't so strong. I was weaker. And if I weakened myself, then the emotions weakened with me, and I took that loss. And these 2 things combined together fixed my eating disorder, fixed my overeating disorder, basically. And the way you do it is, I had to start by changing the utensil that I eat with. So, for example, when you are eating soup, people eat with large spoons. I eat with the small spoon. Same comes to Greek yogurt. Same comes to if I'm eating something that can be eaten with a large spoon, I use the small spoon. If I'm eating something that can be eaten with a large fork, I use the small fork. And then what happens is when I take a bite, I chew it mindfully. I do this. And I don't rush. I'm not trying to do it fast. There is no one chasing me. I am safe. I can take however much time I want with this food. And what I used to do in the past is I would put on like a YouTube video or something to listen to when I was eating. And I wasn't really paying attention to what I was eating. So, of course, the volume of food that I ate went up. But I also didn't have that little relaxation moment, that mindfulness eating moment. And the results I got from this are unbelievable. So this is the first year in my life where I didn't have to count calories to stay at a body weight that's attractive and to me, and that I would like to be at. Because usually I would do these spirals. So in the winter time, I would gain a lot of weight, and in the summertime, I would lose a lot of weight. So in the winter time, I'd go crazy, eat whatever you want, junk food, pizzas every week, or sometimes 2 times a week, and so on. And then in the summertime, I would go strict dieting mode. I would count every calorie. And this was really exhausting, because anytime I wanted to pursue a bigger project, what would happen is my fitness would take me out of it, because there is no way you can pursue a big project if you can't maintain your fitness. Because then I would start pursuing the project and I would feel like, oh my God, I look so bad. And I would look in the mirror and then I would like, oh, let's stop this project. Let's put it on hold. Let's take care of my fitness. And it would take me out like that. So start a project, feel bad about your fitness, come back to your fitness. But this year, by doing these 2 things, eating without screens and chewing my food, I was able to stay at Ideal, perfect body weight, not too shredded, not too bulky, healthy, fit, attractive, strong, athletic, all of those things. And if you can, and anybody can do this, just follow these two, right? When you have your food, chew really slowly, breathe while you're eating. Because I ate so fast, I forgot how to breathe, right? I didn't breathe. I didn't forget how to breathe, but I forgot to breathe. And then when I would stop, I would see dots in front of my eyes because I ate so fast. So this one is quite personal for me, and it really changed the way that I can upkeep and maintain my body weight, and also overall enjoyment from food, because food is a fun activity. You should enjoy your food. But if you eat it so fast, you don't even enjoy it. Small bites, slow chewing, no distraction. Number 6. This one I've used for a long time, and the younger version of me also used this habit. This is smile before you speak. Actually force a smile on your face before you go into a meeting, or before you call somebody, or before you knock on someone's door. Force it. It has to be like disciplined smile. And I used to do this because when I was younger, I would go to my students to teach them English, and I would knock on their door. And then I usually felt very depressed at the time. I was very tired. I was doing a lot of things. I wasn't satisfied with the situation that I was in. But what happened was I would force a smile on my face just to make sure that I greet and say hello to my customers properly. And I didn't notice it at first, but what happened was I actually started feeling happier, because when I forced a smile and I got into the groove of social flow and having conversations, then I didn't have time to think about myself, right? And try this. Before you speak to someone, phone call, approach, knocking on someone's door, just smile, force a smile on your face. All you change. The conversations you have will go better. People will respond to you in a totally different way. And your voice and the tone of your voice, the way you speak, will actually be different. When they coach people on how to do customer service on the phone, first step that they teach them to do is smile before you pick up the phone, because people can hear your smile. So before you do anything with other people, force a smile on your face. It works, trust me. Now, the last but not the least important habit. Let me be honest. Your sleep hygiene and sleep quality is a non-negotiable for your creativity, for your energy levels, and for overall how you feel day to day. You need to prioritize that. You need to put that first to be a high performer and excel in your profession. Sometimes, especially when you're chasing hard goals, you're trying to balance sleeping enough so that you have enough mental performance but not sleeping too much so that you have more time throughout the day. The way to do it is sleep better. But sleep better is not really a habit. Can you sleep better? 2 things. Thing number 1. This, a sleep mask. You put it over your eyes, like this. And what happens is you don't get woken up from the light that you see. And it's a signal to your brain that it's time to go to sleep, that it's time to turn off, that no more thinking about the problem at work or the business or the deadline or the project or the conversation. It's like, no, this is a sign we're going to sleep. Your sleep quality will be much higher. So this is the easiest thing you can do today. Go get a sleep mask. I recommend you get a silk sleep mask. Silk, because it's a material that doesn't damage your face, and you're important. Take care of yourself. Remember, how you value yourself is how other people will value you. So get a silk sleep mask. Second thing, on the same note, I don't know if you know what this is. This is myotape mouth tape. This one is, by the way, it's over. I need to order a new one. But you stick it over your mouth so that while you're sleeping, you are breathing through your nose, not your mouth. And there's a lot of research on mouth breathing versus nose breathing, but nose breathing is the natural way we breathe. It's the way we were supposed to breathe. But because when we're younger, we usually get used to mouth breathing a lot, you tend to mouth breathe in your adult life as well. So the way I changed it is I bought myotape and I started nose breathing at night, and I try to nose breathe as much as I can throughout the day. I know that you can do it with medical tape as well. You can register this online. The reason why I use myotape is that first of all, I think that this is a high quality company. They are a little bit more pricey. I think it's like $25 for a pack. But you can actually open your mouth if something were to happen. So when I started, this was especially useful because some people are afraid that they will suffocate. If you have myotape on, it's stretchy, so you can open your mouth, but it's putting light pressure on your mouth so that you can breathe through your nose. The first 1-2 nights might be rough, but after that, if you wake up at night, this basically eliminates it. I don't wake up at night anymore. I sleep. When I go to sleep, I fall asleep. I don't wake up until I want to wake up, or until I just hear the alarm. So, sleep mask, number 1, myotape, number 2, or medical tape. If you're not scared, if you know how to do this, you can Google it online, and it's going to be a game changer. If you snore, it will stop your snoring. You'll sleep much deeper. You'll recover better for your workouts. You'll be more creative. You'll have more energy. You'll have less body fat. Do I need to keep going? Just do this, okay? So these are my 7 micro habits that I would give to my youngest self. Take one, and especially these are very easy to implement. So I think that you can actually take a few of those and implement them today, especially 10 minutes of movement in the morning. Gratitude journaling you can do right now. You start a video, you do the gratitude journaling part. This will make you much better. As chewing your food and eating without distraction, you can also do today. Nothing is stopping you from becoming better. It's free. No, you don't have to pay for this. You can do it right now. Okay, 30-second mindfulness, free, zero. It costs $0 to do this, to improve the quality of your life. Myotape and sleep mask might be a little bit more expensive, but it's an investment. And if you don't invest in yourself, don't complain that you don't get the results that you want. So this is my time. If you want to get top 50 books that build my mindset, build my English, and build the person that I am today, get the link in the description, subscribe this channel for more, and see you in the next one.